Hello, welcome back to my playthrough of the Age of the Ring 4.0 campaign. I say playthrough, it's sort of a chatting matter, talking about behind the scenes stuff. Really, I'm not really paying much attention to it, probably not as much as I should. But we're on our third mission, and that is Weathertop. So I'll just boot that up. Officially, I think the map's called Fords of the Bruinen, I believe, which is a nice, fancier title for it than just Weathertop. Originally there was some dispute over this map as to how to go about it. Do we add Weathertop or not as a scene? Because it was tricky to envision how it could be interesting or entertaining. I think the opinion was to try and keep it short, really, to try and make it that way. Here we are.
This was the great watch.
Random black
Amon-sul.
blip.
We shall rest here tonight.
I'm going to have a look around.
Have a look around.
Stay here.
Off he goes. We've got Aragorn with his hood down, finally. We can appreciate that model Kyle made. And it is still one of the most impressive in the mod. Here we go. Find tracks of Dunedain presence near Weathertop. As we shall do that. You can leave this any three-way, really. I always just go this way because... we just have a listen down here. Oh yeah, there it is. You can't hear that probably on this recording. Very faintly. The hobbits have a bit of discussion about Aragorn from the film, talking about him, whether they can trust him or what have you. It's very faint. I didn't want it to really be overpowering, but it's nice to have them, you know, more or less discussing things. Map itself, it probably doesn't really look much like the Weathertop we're used to from the film, the one we're presented with. But it is very hard to try and get that because in the battlefield you can't do inward, you can't do caves, you can't do inward clefts. You know, everything has to be built upwards, some sort of triangular shape. But I think it's all right. I think it's good enough, and it does give us the space to actually work with it. The real Weathertop would be quite tricky with the narrow paths and what have you. But I think it turned out all right, and it's mostly vanilla assets from memory. I think that's all about Middle-earth 2 and Rise of the Witch King. Anyway, back to our stories. We come off this hill. We are greeted with a sword buried in the ground. We have a bit of a text sort of describing what's going on. We are just shown just a solitary campfire in the distance. No real indication of where that is. Well, besides the big flashy thing on the mini-map. Pardon me. It's my throat giving me grief. So, we're instructed to try and find this. And I had originally thought maybe we could incorporate this into a scene of Aragorn hunting, maybe. Maybe he was out finding deer to eat or what have you. We do see that in the film. You know, he kills a deer and brings it back to camp for them to eat. But I don't think it's worth it. It's just a lot of work for a bit of a gimmick, really. Some gimmicks just aren't worth it. The music, I should note as well, to his credit, is Kyle's creation. He went through, he made all these tracks, told me the exact order they need to play in. So if you ever just want to experience it, I would advise sometimes maybe just playing the level with just the music up and everything else down, because it all lines up perfectly. You know, the action cues, the peaceful cues, they sell each scene. They match so well. It's lovely of him to do that, you know, because I fumble around just picking whatever I come across. Oh dear, scene of carnage. Dead Dunedain straying everywhere. Aragorn's not looking happy. Why is he not happy? Because the damn skeletons are back. Get him! This is great. Originally, before we had the skeletons, these were just the Dunedain guys from the Last Alliance. It felt real wrong having Aragorn slaughter them in waves. They're great now. Not a hard fight, you know, you can leave Aragorn to do most of it. It's not meant to be, really, you know. You can drag every fight out until it's difficult, but eventually, you know, that's not necessarily fun. Sometimes it's fine just to kill them. This land lies under a dark spell. Let us return to the hill, and we are shown the hill here.
Want a tomato, Sam? What are you doing? Tomatoes, sausages, nice crispy bacon. Put it out, you fools! Put it out!
It's amazing the models hold up that close. Bloody wouldn't on vanilla, I can tell you that much. Run away, hobbits! That cinematic, honestly, I don't know why. Everything broke. Nothing ever worked. If you do know how to use World Builder, open up, because half my scripts are just called Test 1.
Frodo!
why doesn't this work? Because it would just break, and I don't know why. I still don't know why. For reasons that are out of my control and just make no sense to me. It just fall apart. Aragon's already level 2. Oh wait. Battles fought 1? I didn't know it told you that. But that's amazing. I never knew that. That's fantastic. Cool. Anyway, this scene, it worked out really well. We kept it short, we didn't do too much, and if you played the Two Towers game, you'll recognise a lot of the dialogue from it, and I think we try to emulate what they did, because that seemed to work. That fire wasn't there. Take note of that. Here we go. Oh no, Frodo seems to have fainted. These smelly Nazgul. Ah, there he is. He's got the torch out. That torch looks amazing. I'm so glad they did that. It's just great. The way it sort of moves around and what have you. That's Kyle again, I believe, who did that. This can be a tricky fight, actually.
That handsome orc.
You've got to make sure Aragorn doesn't follow the Nazgul once it's dead. He has a tendency to do that. Kill him. Look at that movie clip. Yeah, there we are. I'm such a child. Anyway, here's another one. If you leave him to just attack on auto, he will follow them. Endlessly. I don't know why. He refuses to accept their retreating. He takes no quarter.
Return to the shadow.
Here we are, another one.
Far too much attention.
We could have randomised which ones come when, but it was one of the situations where it doesn't really make it any more difficult. It'd just be.
Is this all you could muster?
It'd be one of those things that it was interesting, but I don't think it would necessarily add anything really. Get him. Those screams, should note, from the Two Towers game. Before then, I don't think we had clean copies. I don't think they're available anywhere, clean copies of some of these screams. God, that one goes on forever. They are a bit deafening. That was one of the testing notes, is that the Nazgul deafened me on Weathertop. And I think I rather cruelly went, that's fine. And I just left it. At this point, it can get hard. You get all the Nazgul approaching at once, and you are sort of a sitting duck. You've got to make sure you try and take out 2 in one go, 3 in one go. I will attempt to do that here. But I still die sometimes. Right, let's see. I think I've got 3. Let's see if it's works. He's gone.
That handsome orc.
He's gone. I love the way the flames work, by the way. That worked out really well.
You
In fact,
must
they
call
have
for aid.
the running animation as well. I don't know why they have that if they never catch fire, but anyway, it works perfectly. Off he goes. We're done. He won't leave him be, will he? Run away! Poor Frodo. He was killed by that rock.
Stabbed by a mortal.
Look at his face.
Beyond my skill.
he
He needs
looks
Elvis medicine.
He looks real melancholy. Here we go. So, Frodo's sick. He's poisoned. We now need to get off of here. And we need to find him some medicine before he dies.
He'll never make it.
And he will slowly lose health. Just constantly.
Is he going to die?
So,
He's passing into
we've
the
got to get
shadow.
him out of here. You can heal him using Aragorn's Atlas. King's Fall, whatever you want to call it. But for now, we're heading here. To the woods. You can walk at this point. I mean, in an ideal world where we were well-paid game makers with endless resources, we'd have some sort of sick Frodo, I guess, that would waddle along looking ill. But there's only such a level of detail you can go to. Run, Frodo! So if I heal him now, it should get him. There we are. Originally that wasn't in there, you really just had a whole ass. Because if you didn't, Frodo would lose too much health and he'd just die. But
Go on.
I think Matthias described it as it boiled over his frustration meter, so we changed it.
Sam, do you know the Atlas?
Atlas?
Kingsford.
Kingswell are to we.
Oh, those new trolls, of course, I didn't mention them. Matthias made those for me. It's brilliant. There was a similar model in the original game, but these ones just look so much better.
My strength is coming back.
Strength's going back. So every bushel we get will reduce the rate at which Frodo loses health. You can still heal him with Aragorn if you want, but to slow his rate we have to find all the bushels. I know where they are, I made it, but it can be tricky. So hopefully this helps you if you are struggling. I can see a bushel up on that ridge. Perfect. There could be no reason that would be tricky.
I'm recovering now.
You're recovering now, that's good for you, Frodo. Right. There is one here. I've already got that one. There is also one up here. You don't need to get that one, but you can if you want. Arrogant. You found Mr. Cave Troll. He was just chilling in his woods, doing nothing wrong. You come over with a flaming torch and you blame him for being aggressive. Just sword drawn. Maybe he needs the Athalas. You didn't ask that, did you? Right, Sam. Where are we going? Down here. I think there's one bushel down here. There it is. I love this bushel, by the way. It's really cool. And I need to give credit to Odo Proudfoot, as he's called on the Discord, for giving me the little the sound effect when you pick it up. Because before then we didn't have one. It just was a bit sad. But he got me one together, and I put it in there very last minute. But it is in there. I'll have this treasure, please. I should really check on Frodo's health. Give me that. Thank you. One more bushel and we're done.
I think I feel better.
You think you feel better? Good for you, Frodo. I know there's one more up here. So I'll grab that and we should be done here. Let's see if the objectives are working. Yeah, fine. 5 bushels to slow his poisoning. There are 6, but you only need 5. Bush. Done. It's a lovely little scene. I really like that one. It's not action heavy, but I think it's nice. It works, I think. Here we go. The new Glorfindel model, looking incredibly grand, should we say, with his gold armor and his big blue horse. This scene coming up, there's one detail which everybody can easily miss, which is Frodo on the horse. That is completely custom. It's a sick Frodo on horseback, just for this 10 seconds, and you never see him again. That's it. I think that was Matthias who made that up for me, which is great because we could have not shown him. For a long time, it was a Rohan banner as a placeholder, and that looked real weird. Right, let's get you off your horse because you don't break it on that. Unique now because it's the only time you actually get to use her with her sword in the game. Now in Rivendell, she is a non-combat unit, but here in the campaign, I think it's fitting. It's debatable whether we should have her with or without, but I think it's right for her to have a sword in this scene. We get a mix of the lore, from the book with Glorfindel coming to their rescue and Arwen. I think it works really well. Chop them up, elves. These elves are brilliant. These are the new 4.0 basic Rivendell infantry. Well, I say basic. It's the
We must
can't get the
warn
words.
Elrond.
Here we go. Run!
Move quickly!
Run, Glorfindel! Ah! That's a nice little bit. Sort of setting you up for what you're doing.
Ready your tools.
Right, let's get a base going. All you can build is a few things. A well,
The ground here is
farm,
not
and a barracks. We've already got a barracks, so we'll leave that. I think we'll buy one of you, and we'll upgrade the barracks. All the while, so there's big waves that'll come, but in between the waves we have this constant flow of orcs and
These swords will guard
these
our
dead Dunedain, just to make sure you're not left, relaxing. To leave you permanently a bit stressed about managing everything.
building supplies coming. Ready your
Right.
tools.
Always good to build a well down here, because it can be tricky to pull back if you are getting swarmed down there. It's nice to have a well to fall back on. And if you can, get Arwen to level 4, because that flood is invaluable sometimes on this level. Oh, and get the Last Alliance vets if you can, because they're incredibly strong. You do fight some pretty formidable stuff. Let's have a look. I've not looked up here probably since I made the damn map. How's it look? It's alright. It kind of looks as what we're describing, a big ford. Again, this is probably out. I've finished the map itself being made not long after 3.0 came out. Scripting got ages, but the map itself, not long. We really got on it the moment the last patch came out. We went straight on to making this. Everybody was very helpful, in doing their own bits for it.
May the grace of the valor protect
Right, we're about to get slaughtered, so let's use this
you.
fun music power.
Force them back. Slay them.
You can upgrade your units on this. You've already got heavy armor and banner carriers bought for you. So if you click a unit, you can upgrade them if you want. I wouldn't recommend it for the first few early rounds because you're very likely to lose your units. Maybe once you've made it through that, you can invest in a few more.
There is work to be done.
You get out of there. How are we doing down here? It's a bit of a cluster. Get him, Owen. Chop! It's not look bad, because it is the old EA model. I think it's with the HD textures. But she looks great, you know, I think. The new one obviously looks a lot better in terms of the fidelity, but I think it's absolutely fine. Kill them.
Where should
Come
we build?
here. Unique this level actually, and that's the only one you actually get to use the free build in the campaign. We don't allow it anywhere else, and that's really because there's no place for it in the first film, in the Fellowship of the Ring. You know, later on in Lothlorien, I go back to the restricted building, you know, plots like Battlefield 1, simply because it's easier to design. I think knowing exactly where everything's going to be. It's a lazy thing, I guess, more than anything. Oh no, I shouldn't have done that. Because I've got Aragorn and Glorfindel arriving soon, and I don't have anybody fit enough to save them. Let's just build as many men as we can and push across. Because once Glorfindel and Aragorn come, you've really got to get them across as quickly as you can.
Our swords will keep
If
them
you
alive
don't,
and safe.
they can get caught off by the next wave coming in, and you can get your hobbits just get killed in the back, or Aragorn gets killed in the back.
We fight to protect
You guys
the
go get
last
that.
homely house.
I don't know why I made them
These
attack move
swords
there.
will guard our boundary.
Right, you two
In Ladris
run
must
straight
be
forward
preserved.
across the river. Arwen is it can be a little vulnerable as well, so it's worth making sure you keep an eye on her.
Taste Noldorin steel. We bring wave and shields to guard in Ladris.
Yeah, that's fine, run across. I love the new voices
Our
for the
path
new
is
units as
certain.
well. They're really good.
Renewed shall be blade that was broken.
Run! 9
We
seconds.
will not
This is going to be
leave
interesting.
to its fate.
That's a lot of units to try and get them
Renewed
through.
shall be blade that was broken. From the ashes of fire shall be woken.
Upgrade that. Right. Haul ass, you guys.
Something is afoul.
Get across that river, ignore that cave troll, it is not worth it. The useful thing to do is to take
I will be your guide.
Aragorn and Glorfindel and stand them there just to draw them off.
We
Or if you have
not
any
forgotten.
units, send them up there. Unfortunately,
We
as
still have a path
as
to
sacrifices, just so you can get across without being attacked. Because these guys are really quick and they will catch up with the heroes and cut them off.
In Ladris must be preserved.
God, I wish you hobbits were a bit quicker.
The shadow must be stopped.
Run!
Renewed
Owen,
shall
you
be
pull
blade
back.
that was broken.
I know these
Right,
parts.
now get everybody get out of there.
From the ashes of fire shall be woken.
You guys get back.
Túr gwaith mín beriathon.
Face our
You
wrath.
shall be my
Break
sacrifices.
their line. You will regret coming here.
Doing this means that we do have a chance to get back across the river before we are overrun. Right, you get up there. I want you guys.
We have
You
not
guys can
forgotten.
have heavy armor.
You do not stand
They look
alone.
amazing in heavy armor as well. It's, I like
In
it a lot.
Ladris must be preserved.
Run, hobbits. Oh dear. Are these guys still alive?
Face
Ah,
our
they did
wrath.
amazing. Normally they're dead within seconds.
We have not
We will
forgotten.
help you fight this war.
Ah, here they
Our
come.
homes must be defended.
These guys are excellent. And they're very powerful. Which is great, because we do get some pretty
Renewed shall be
hefty
blade.
bad guys to fight.
May the grace of the Valar protect you. You will regret coming here. They cannot enter here.
The waves do get successively harder. Yeah. Case in point, these Castellan bastards rock up, and if they target one hero, certainly all three of them, then they can kill them incredibly quickly.
Taste Noldorin
One little
steel.
guy left. Well done, little guy. He's dead. How's my army over here?
You do not stand alone. In Ladris must be preserved.
I could merge them.
We fight to protect the last homely house. In Ladris must be preserved.
The crownless again shall
The northern lands are under siege.
Here we go.
are not bound
Let's get him.
to his fate.
We pledge our bows to Lord Elrond's cause.
Originally, this level, from
We must
memory,
take
we
the
were going to
fight
have
them.
an enemy base on the other side of the river. You had to fight it once you'd cleared out, you know, these waves. But Pardon me. I think playing it just dragged it out rather than added anything. We would have simply had a longer level rather than a more interesting one, which is tempting when you're making something that you want people to play for a long time, but you know you don't want them to not enjoy it with the same token, so you have to sometimes stick with something shorter that's much better. And, you know, that's case in point for something like Amon-sul. I'm just going to zoom in because anybody can see my computer was, I think, disintegrating.
Be watchful for the enemy.
Where are those castellans? Doggies, that's fine. Oh, here they come. Like a troop. Not at all concerned. What a cluster.
Face our wrath.
You got this horse thing yet? Oh, useful if you bloody did. Oh, hang on. We've got 10 power points. I've been ignoring that. Let's get Radagast. I like him. I could use him. I can't spawn him in the river. Stupid mod. Right, I'm gonna look away because it looks amazing, but it also hurts.
Slay them.
Yes, slay them. Right. Here they come.
They will face the same evil.
What's coming? Just some standard orcs. Oof. Why are you taking them on? I told them you're the one who's probably the least able to take them on.
Stand fast.
Why aren't you fighting them? Yes, you can fight them.
Your corruption ends here.
How are we doing? Now we're doing fine. God, they don't get touched by anything, do they? They're just nightmares to kill. He's almost dead. Ooh!
And you shall be blamed.
Ooh, they do a lot of damage.
Defeated.
They can chop through heroes like butter.
Then I shall die as one of them.
No, you won't.
Is this all you could muster?
Ooh, that caught me off guard. Kill it. Oh, is there another wave coming already? You kill them.
Light from the shadow shall spring.
Right, he's dead.
Your time will
Retreat back, you.
What do you mean?
I haven't said anything yet. What do you mean? What do you mean? I blast them. Yes. You can level up, which is interesting. I don't know if that's important. Yeah, get him. I don't think you get to use him much in the campaign. I think he's not allowed to be used on most of the levels. Certainly not things like Moria and what have you. I have to be careful on what I let you use because it can bugger scripts and things like that. Something like this. There's nothing too complicated going on. We have guys spawning out here, approaching along here, and once they've cleared the fort, then they're just told to hunt anything they can. Buildings, hobbits, whatever. Move on back. Well, that delayed them at the cost of Radagast. Oh, so sad. So sad. How's our army?
May the grace
Looking
of the Valor, we
good.
will not leave Middle-earth to
That's
its fate.
all.
These
Oh,
guys
warriors.
have a bunch of powers, don't they? Need to knock back and fear. Only when on nearby enemies. Blah blah blah. Not used them properly, really. I haven't played much of the skirmish, to be fair. I've spent most of my time doing this for the past year.
Just waiting my turn.
Which in some ways means I get to play Rohan fully finished. I never had to play, you know, a half-built version or anything like that, which is nice. It's a lot of dogs. Are they wargs or are they wolves? Is that a wolf? Nah, whatever. They've got teeth and they growl. Doesn't matter.
We must gather our strength.
Let's chop these guys down. Not a huge number of units on your side, but I think that's to emphasise the fact that the units are very good, very strong, you know, against unupgraded dogs and orcs. You know, you can take on a lot. Oh my god, what the hell are the hobbits doing here? Get the hell out of here. That's me doing Q again, that is. What the hell is the matter with me, honestly? Good lord. You'd have lasted 10 seconds, especially Pippin. Anybody plays this, Pippin dies. An insane amount. there's ever a hobbit that dies, it will be Pippin. That's just it. That's just the rule. Doing well, pushing it back. Aragorn and Glorfindel aren't even attacking, they're that relaxed.
I will be your guide.
Had to remove his horse, because of course that's with Frodo.
Light.
One of those details I could easily miss. And then, you know, somebody plays it, says, I can have 2 Glorfindel horses. One on Frodo and one on Glorfindel. Right, I think it's time to use your horsey power. That's the official name. Here we are. Push. Very fitting, given where we are. Good lord, that killed a lot of them. Are there any Castellans coming? Yes, of course there are. Big dance troupe. A mission I remember we used a lot in sort of teaser images and stuff was this one. Particularly this battle, I think.
Only ashes of fire
I guess it's probably the biggest thing we have, I guess, up to this point in the campaign, you know. Well, no, I guess Bree's probably just as big in its own way, isn't it? Whoa, you're going back, Harwin. You're not taking all those guys on. No way. Right, where are you, Glorfindel? Not these guys. They are deadly. Is he dead yet? Oh, he's not dead. Oh, he's dead. I've probably mentioned 1,000 times, but yeah, it's the original Witch King armor design, these guys. Nice way to include it, you know? One of the only, I guess, Dumbledore units in the game that you can use. Can you use these as any other faction at the moment? Maybe you can. I don't really ever play Evil, I'm sort of obsessed with the good factions. Even back in Battlefield 1 I rarely did. Look how fast it's running now, eh? Now everybody's dead. Yeah, I do apologise for the quality of it. Even the recordings, the colour's a bit off. It's because, I don't know, my laptop just can't run the recording software at the quality it needs to really capture the image properly. Well, they're all dead, so I guess something's still on its way. Huh. Why were these trolls so late? Are they meant to be like that? I can't remember. Maybe I did that on purpose. What kind of trolls are they? They're stone trolls. That's fun. They're very, you know, they don't give a damn about these poor trees. Bastards. Elves are eco-friendly, we won't take that. Let's get them. You get your horse thing back. No. Never mind. You don't stand a chance. Why were you here this late? If you turned up earlier, it'd been a challenge. Never mind. You're dead. Bleh. Excellent. Battle 1. Hardly any casualties. Just gotta get past that Glorfindel part halfway through and you're fine. We have our cutscene. Oh, this was a nightmare to make. And it looks okay. It doesn't look brilliant, but it looks okay. It'll slow down incredibly on my computer. Everything will go out of time, the sound effects, everything. But you know, when you play it, I'm sure it'll look and sound a lot better. Here they come. About 4 frames a second? Well, but you can see where I'm going with it. And it's Glorfindel who does it, which is nice, because I guess that ties up better with the books. Look at him, all glowy and happy. Blonde too. He must straighten that hair. There's no way that's natural. There we have it. I don't think an overly complicated level. I think not one of my standouts. I think for me, it's one I play. I don't get too much out of it, but I do like the first half. First half I really enjoy with the top and finding the Athalass. That really works for me. Anyway, that'll be it for this part. Next part's gonna be very short because this next mission, as you can see, is just Treason of Isengard. It doesn't go on long, but you know it's something. And I'll see you in that one. Thanks for watching. Bye.